am Acctx Communian. We are live today at Education for All Foundation. Today we'll be looking at International Financial Accounting, precisely for Form 5 commercial students. The topic of the day is control account. Now, we realize here that in a daily life, day-to-day lives, enterprises carry out operations which entails them to sell and buy goods with immediate or without immediate payment. With this slide, it brings us closer to credit transactions. Control account is an account that is prepared at the end of a financial year by firms to show their credit transactions with their customers, known as debtors, or with their creditors. Alright, now, what is the purpose of this control account? This control account is aimed at determining errors. At times, it's also good to ascertain the real values of creditors, and real values of debtors in the enterprise account. And by principles, the closing values in the creditors control account should be that same with the value we have in the creditors ledger account, and vice versa for the debtors or the purchase ledger control account. Now let's look at the definition of control account. We can say here that control account is an account prepared by firms at the end of the financial period. Which records all credit transactions. From this definition today, we see that this is simply a poor concept. Credit transactions, it gives rise of credit transactions. That means that an account should be opened whether or not transactions, the sales is done by cash or credit, and whether we buy and pay or buy on credit. So whenever we buy goods or we sell to customers on credit, such transactions should be recorded in the control account. Now this takes us to the types of control account. Where should we record this control account? Now let's look at types of control account. Basically, there exist two types of control account. That is, the accounts payables, known as the creditors control account, and we have the accounts receivables, also known as the total debtors control account. There exists what the sales ledger control account and what purchases ledger control account. Now, from these two types, who can tell us what is the sales ledger control account? What types of transactions are recorded or do we record in the sales ledger control account? And what of the purchases ledger control account? Okay, now let us look at the definition. Let's look at the very first one today, that is the sales ledger control account. Now, the sales ledger control account is an account that is used to record all credit sales transactions, all goods sold on credit to our customers. And since this account is used to record all credit sales transactions to customers, therefore, it can also be known as the total debtors control account or the account receivables ledger control account. Alright, let's take this down. It is also known as total debtors control account or account receivables ledger control account. This is an account opened by firms to record all goods sold on credit, to its customer. Now, from this definition, you draw to bear with me that it is similar to the subsidiary of the sales ledger, sales journal. This sales journal actually is a source of information that is used to prepare the sales ledger control account. Remember that the sales journal or sales daybook is a book that is used to record all goods sold on credit to customers. So too, the information recorded that are recorded in the sales ledger, the sales journal, are later on transferred to this account known as the sales ledger control account. What types of information? What are the sources of information? Where do we get information that enables us to present this sales ledger control account? Let's look at sources of information. Sources of information used in preparing this account. The very first one you look at the opening balances. That is, debtors. We look at debtors value at start. We can look at debtors value at close. That's at the end of the trading period. We equally look at cash or bank check received from customers. Now we realize that most of the times when goods are being sold out to customers, some of these goods are later on returned, brought back to us. So how do we, does that have an effect on the value of the sales? Yes, that is known as the sales return. So we have sales return from the return inward journal or the book. And equally, we can also look at the case we must not, or we may not receive only cash, neither check, but we will also receive bills of exchange. Bills of exchange, so it means of settlement. So we can take a look at bills of exchange received. Now, let's look at this case. The customer issued to us a check, which the check was later on rejected or not attended to in the bank. These checks were known as dishonored checks. So when the customer tries to reduce the debt and the check is not approved by the bank, we look at it and call the check a dishonored check. So one of the information also we look at is dishonored check. Now these are some of the information that are used in order to present the sales data control account.
Thank you very much.
Alright, today we are at EFA Foundation. EFA Foundation, that is Education for All Foundation. And we are live and up subsequent times. So at any given time, you can go through the website of EFA, that is www.weareefa.org. We have www.weareefa.org. Stay tuned for more.
YouTube, Instagram.
Stay tuned for more videos on YouTube, on Instagram, Facebook, and all platforms. We are the best and we want the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you.